The Irish get tested for the first time today. It's the ACC opener for Notre Dame. With Paul Carcaterra, I'm Anish Shroff. This game is so fun because it's always a clash of styles. Chaos against order, imagination against regimentation. Eastern mysticism meets Western science. That makes this matchup one of the best in college lacrosse.
Indeed. If this game was played week one, Virginia would have been a comfortable favorite. Not now. The balance of Notre Dame
beat Kevin Corrigan's Irish that year twice, including in the ACC championship. Face-offs have been such an advantage for Notre Dame, number one in the country, but Petey LaSala wins the first draw. Dox Aiken, 6 in blue. Highest scoring midfielder in Virginia history. It's been an uneven start to the season. Here comes Jeff Connor. Former top 10 recruit. Now Dox Aiken fires and scores! Dox has entered the chat.
You and I believe that the opportunities would present themselves. You're not the highest scorer in Virginia history, and then all of a sudden you can't play the sport of lacrosse. He's always delivered on a big stage. This offseason, his focus was football at Villanova. That obviously went away. He's 36 in white. When he approaches his attackman, like his footwork, the way he squats.
Peter Garno rips the back of the net, a man-up goal for Virginia. It's
some heat. And the two shots that we've seen, Aiken with the first goal. Garno sets his feet, lets it fly. Cavs are up 2-0.
Yorktown. Moore fires and scores. He did that himself. It's 3-0 Virginia.
Boyer's a long stick midfielder, roams in front of the cage most of the time. Well, he takes him out of his element, and he plays the body there. And he just rips through that cross forearm hold, right? So Boyer tries to get in the body of Moore. The subtle little step backwards, but the strength.
5% of its goals. Jacobois plays it to Dobson. Now Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh lost it. It's on the ground. Feet in front, Notre Dame on the board. The Bucknell transfer, Will York.
The accuracy of the pass. Kavanaugh, 51 in white, leads the nation in assists per game because of his ability to look off defenses. He's completely crushed zone defenses this year. On the extra man, essentially, that's what Virginia's doing. That is an absolutely gorgeous.
It's Notre Dame just scoring on the EMO. Jacobois to York. The snipe from the wing, 2 goals by Will York.
This is the second time I've heard this. Dox Aiken's goal, first goal of the game. Now Will York, we saw him inside, then time and room. Do you hear the pipe? One of the most beautiful sounds in lacrosse. Plant your feet. Bam, right the top cross. Sawstead on him the majority of this game. I still think he could be really productive off of ball movement.
York on the doorstep. He slipped free, and Will York.
You know, Will York hasn't been like the full-time starter, but his awareness away from the ball. He's got 3 straight goals for the Irish, and he's doing it in different fashions. Energy goal and the relentless effort of Pat Kavanaugh, splitting the double and finding his teammate Drake in the middle of the field. Look at the emotion, look at the grit. One thing I will always say about a Kavanaugh, and I've watched.
They'll take him back to X. Moore draws the slide, feeds the crease, tough angle, turnaround shot by Laviano is there.
Laviano is not the guy who blows by defenders or has the crazy physical attributes, but he's masterful off the ball. So when you put him around guys like Matt Moore, the playmakers, he can find those small little seams inside the Notre Dame defense.
Jacoboys down the alley against Saladay, two in the cage. He puts the Irish back up on top.
In between breaks and also carried over into the second quarter. Who are the players that can make one-on-one plays against the Virginia defense? I thought it was 15 in white McCann and 55 in white Jacoboys. Elite athletic midfielders who can those spots where in the past it was like, oh, who are we going to put there, right? To who do we want there? Like, let's put our best players there.
Virginia ties it up at 5.
Just a matter of time until you start calling guys names like Dox Aiken and Peyton Cormier. So Aiken was statistically quiet in the first third of the season, but
very easy, and somebody messaged this to me after the game. What about St. Patrick? There it is.
Yeah.
Dobson the hammer. Oh! Sick.
In the house. In fact, this is absolute gas. I can't get over this guy, right? A true freshman. He's 6'4", 220, but he's also super assertive. Like, he's going to the rack. He's stepping up from the outside and letting it fly. Like, he's got the guts to go with that body.
Westland. There's Griffin Westland. Shoots low, 5-hole on road. And the Irish now a perfect 3 for 3.
Passing by 51. Well, flip the jersey. This is 15, Quinn McCann, with great awareness. McCann is traditionally a midfielder operating up top on the extra man. Goes to the low right spot. And off of quick ball movement, if you can get it in terms of where you're sliding, but you hold yourself so accountable to the small things.
Dixon in front, a shot, and a goal. Cormier using the...
That's another way, right? Traditionally, when you attack Notre Dame from up top with your midfielders, and Syracuse has had some success in the past too, taking your midfielders behind the cage, and Dixon in that case. We saw Boyer get beat.
Schellenberger against Keelty. Schellenberger's been quiet today. Over to Cormier, and Virginia's tied it at 7. When they've been, but Virginia with 2 here in the third. Cormier, the Oakville Ox with both of them. He's got a hat trick. Tied up at 7. And Virginia retake the lead here. Schellenberger, Keelty all over him. Schellenberger gets free. Finds Cormier in traffic. Quadruple teamed. Laviano off the scrap heap.
It's the importance of 3 in blue. Please, for me.
He does the little things. Watch. Ball comes loose. He picks it up. He rides. He's great on ground balls, and he's one of the best off-ball finishers in Division I. I do that okay? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you did.
Where you saw what they could do when they played 60 minutes at their best. Will York give him 4? Alex.
I did not think he would pull up from this kind of range with pressure. So he carries, and you just see he jabs into Saladay, 32 in blue. And once he does that, Saladay loses his footing, and that creates hand space for York. And the lefty snipe.
Matt Moore now. Back pedals. Notre Dame not giving an inch. Right on the crease! Peyton Cormier again, and what a feed!
And all the pieces, players with masterful stick skills. And Garneau from that spot. In the first quarter, we saw him sprayed as a shooter. So now they have to respect him more, right? And press out on 33. So you get out, and then he becomes the passer. So awesome adjustments by 33 in blue. You want to play me as a shooter? Yep, even against Yale in the finals, he had 2 goals. So he didn't beat TD statistically.
and a score by Virginia.
Look who it is. He was picking up the garbage on his prior goal. This time, hits it with range. And you know what I like about this shot is Laviano, when you watch him on tape, normally from that spot, Anish, he drops his stick low and goes high. This time, pipe-to-pipe fake. But to come from X and to shoot with no angle on a wide base goalie like that.
Eric Dobson. Was that the right hand, Paul?
A freshman from the state of Florida. He's a Mack truck. Like, look what he does to defenders. He gets them to backpedal 2-3 steps. And that's the first time I've seen him shoot the ball righty, because he hasn't had to. But two things are going to happen for Ayton. That's the perfect side that you want to work with, right, on the righty goalie.
Aiken loses the shorty, finds the open man. 5 for Cormier. All this today against Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's defense is so good. So the attack play, you want it off ball, right? So we've seen Laviano step up off ball, and now Cormier step up off ball. The off ball play by the attack. They're spreading the ball out. They're not going all dodges. They're getting teammates involved with really good passing.
Kavanaugh dusting his man. Jacobois to Dobson. Lefty rocket! Oh, the freshman!
Really get a gauge of his mental makeup, because he's made a couple mistakes in this game, but he's made the best plays, right? Like, this guy is an absolute animal. The way that he makes his presence felt, whether it's riding and getting a penalty, he's going off.
Providence. Dobson again, looking for the equalizer. On the rebound, it's York. Tied at 11.
All these veterans, now. Goes right to the rack on Sullivan, gets underneath him. And then York, who's your prototypical crease guy. When you're a prototypical crease guy, whether it's Laviano for Virginia or York from Notre Dame.
What does Lars Tiffany like to say? The fourth quarter, Doc's time. Split dodge, gets free from Cassidy. Aiken winds up, Doc's time, indeed.
He's not good anymore. They need to put someone in instead of him. Yeah, right. Big moment. 6 has always stepped up for the Cavaliers. He swims the defense. They don't slide to him in time, and note to every defense, his range is real.
And spectacular. Let's see how aggressive Virginia is here. Up ahead to the offensive end, it's Jacobois, 10 seconds. Jacobois, goal line extended. Draws the slide. York shoots, saved by Rode. Jacobois retrieves. Time expires, and Virginia holds on.
Wow. Lars Tiffany is fired up. Not only getting the W,